Some people like Bitcoin, others like gold. At the beginning of the pandemic, this was the hot commodity. We were all racing to find these. There was a shortage. It doesn't even have bleach in it. But let's talk about why, if COVID doesn't exist on surfaces, we still buy these things by the bucket load. Let's bring in Brian Sozzi, who has a special guest to help explain that. Brian?
Thanks, Adam. And I can attest, I have a whole house full of Clorox wipes still. And joining me now is, in fact, Clorox's new CEO, Linda Rendle. Linda, good to finally speak with you here. So good things are happening with regards to the pandemic. We have the vaccine rolling out. Infection numbers are slowing down. Has that been slowing sales of wipes for your business?
Hi, Brian. Great to be here. What we're seeing is what everyone else is seeing, and hopefully what we're experiencing as a nation and a world is a winding down of this pandemic, and we couldn't be more excited about that. But we have not seen that impact our results. We still see very strong growth across the majority of our portfolio, with double-digit sales growth in 7 out of 10 of our businesses in the last quarter. And we're seeing signs that the consumer has permanently changed their behaviors in a number of categories, cleaning being just one of them. And we're doing everything we can to help them as they adjust their habits and lifestyles.
Are out of stocks, are they over and done with in bleach and some of these other disinfecting products?
We have had great progress in reducing out of stocks in the majority of our portfolio, including some of the areas of cleaning and disinfecting. So for the most part, people can find all the bleach that they need. And we're bringing other cleaners like Pine Sol and sprays back online. Wipes, we've made great progress on. We went from last quarter making about 1 million canisters of wipes per day for retail to 1.5 million canisters of wipes. And we'll increase that even more as we head into our fourth quarter, as we're bringing on our new line inside. So they are still difficult to find if you happen to get to the store and people have gotten there behind you. But more help is on the way, and people are telling us more stories of being able to find them on shelf.
Well, Linda, I might be the one with 500,000 canisters of wipes, but we'll leave that for a different discussion. You mentioned more permanent demand in your business, and I've heard a lot of that from the food makers, household cleaning products companies. How has that changed investment in your business? And this year, how much will you invest in additional capacity?
Yeah, we're absolutely seeing that change. Health and wellness is being elevated in people's lives. They want to take care of themselves. They want to drink more water. They want to eat better. They're thinking about cooking more meals at home. And certainly cleaning has moved from just a chore to a cornerstone of health for them. And what that means for us is investing as we see people come into these categories, to retain them, to delight them with new innovation. And we invested in a number of ways. First is in advertising. We've increased our advertising spending about 30% in the front half of the year, and we continue to expect to increase advertising in the back half of the year. And we're doing that because we can introduce our consumers to our brands, tell them about the experience, drive loyalty, and because we have an incredibly strong innovation program. It was really important to us when the pandemic hit that our number one priority was getting as much product as we could to people, but second, keeping our innovation machine running. And so we have a terrific slate of innovation across our portfolio in the back half, and we expect to double the investment in that innovation in the back half. We've also increased our team members across a number of our growth initiatives to ensure that we are able to grow in places like international, in the cleaning and disinfecting space, and in innovation, as well as we've increased our CapEx spending. And we've had to do that to meet the increases in demand, to frankly put in place, more machines, more people, more third parties to help us get to the place where we can fully meet demand.
And just given how strong demand has been, not just only at Clorox, a lot of other companies in this space, now we're seeing inflation in resins, for example. Are you looking at price increases this year, and to what extent might they be?
We're absolutely seeing the inflation across our commodities and transportation markets. And the very first thing that we do is employ the huge toolbox we have to deal with costs over the short to mid and long term. And that's a focus on strong cost savings discipline, which we deliver year after year. And so we're focused on that. We delivered our goals in fiscal year 20, and we're on track to deliver in fiscal year 21. But we're also evaluating other tools like pricing. But that's always a mid to long-term play and will be dependent on the category. We have no news to report today, but we are looking at it across our portfolio.
Is there pricing power in this space?
I think, given the strength of our brands, which I can safely say have never been stronger, about 90% of our portfolio has stable or growing household penetration. We have stronger, superior consumer value measures. So that's the amount of our portfolio that consumers deem as superior, has never been higher. We do see the pricing power to do that. We've been very clear in the height of the pandemic, we did not want to take pricing, and we stand by that decision. But our brands are very healthy, our categories are healthy, and there is pricing power in the marketplace.
I would still think a lot of folks would be surprised to know that you were also in the vitamin business. Small part of the Clorox portfolio, if I have it right, about 4% of your sales. But that business has been struggling. And you talked a little bit about this on the earnings call a couple weeks ago. How much longer do you want to stick with the vitamin business?
It is a strategic growth runway for us, and we bought it for the long term, Brian. And absolutely, we have work to do, and we're not satisfied with where we are right now. But this is core to what we do. We're a health and wellness company. We want to help people be well and thrive. And we see tremendous tailwinds in this category. So it's still very attractive to us, but it is only 4% of our sales. We're going to be strategically patient with it, and we need to improve performance on our end.
Is turning around or jumpstarting the sales in Burt's Bees, is that easier to do than turning around the vitamin business?
I don't know if I would say it's easier to do, but it starts from a very good place of strength. We've built that Burt's brand over a number of years. It has a very strong consumer following, a great innovation pipeline. We definitely experienced some bumpiness as consumers haven't been shopping the store the way they have in the past, but we expect to return to growth in that business once people get back into a more normal shopping routine. And I think we see the long strategic tailwinds for that business just as strong as we ever have.
Before I let you go, I've been wanting to ask you this. You took over as CEO right smack in the middle of the pandemic, officially September 14th of last year. You're a longtime Clorox executive. What is that like taking over this type of company that a lot of people are relying on in the middle of a health pandemic?
I think it's the biggest honor. I don't know if I could be any more lucky to be able to serve so many people around the world who need our brands right now, working with an incredible team. We are so lucky to have the 8,800 people we do at Clorox who live the purpose of helping people, live better lives. And I just, quick shout out, particularly to our manufacturing teammates who've showed up every single day, have absolutely done incredible work to increase the supply we have. I'm so grateful to work with them. And I just consider this to be a huge honor.
Well, keep those wipes and that bleach flowing, Linda, because I have a whole pantry that is constantly now needs to be restocked really around the clock. Linda Rendle, Clorox CEO, good to speak with you. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Adam, back to you.
You as well. Thanks, Brian.
Brian, this stuff is safe on finished wood, sealed granite, and stainless steel. They had me. It kills viruses. So all the best to the team at Clorox.